Welcome to the Math Worker. Today I'll be covering the ICTM State 2017 Division AA Algebra 1, which I'll be answering questions 15 and 16 in this video, and then questions 19 and 20 in the next video. As usual, I'll scroll down to all 20 questions, and I'll provide the answers at the end. Okay, let's go to number 15. So, determine the sum of all integral values for x for which x plus 6 is less than or equal to 2 times absolute value of x plus 3 plus 1 is less than or equal to x plus 10. So there's going to be two cases. So we're going to leave it by as it is for the first case. And then after that, we got to multiply it by -1. So we have x plus 6 less than or equal to, then 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, less than or equal to x plus 10. And the other case would be when it's negative, so x plus 6. And we're going to keep the signs the same. And then negative x times 2 is negative 2x. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, plus the 1 is negative 5, and is less than or equal to x plus 10. So from this case, we're going to subtract x plus 6 from everything, so that's 0. Minus x plus 6 is x plus 1. Minus x plus 6 is x plus 4. 4. So obviously the interval or solutions right here would be from -1 to, well, x is between -1 to 3, because -1 plus 1 is 0, and 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so we have this interval of solution. So that's -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. That's all are possible. Okay, now for this one, we're going to do the same thing, minus x, and then minus a 6, so that's 0. So then minus 3x minus 11, and then this is 4. So then we're focusing on this equation. We could move 3x to the other side, so 3x is less than or equal to -11. So that means x is less than or equal to -11 over 3. Now focusing on this equation, we could add this to this side and then 4 to this side. So -11 minus 4 is -15. -15 divided by the 3 positive, because it's on this side now, is equal to -5. So x is greater than or equal to -5. So basically, if we kind of think about this in a number line, we have x is greater than or equal to -5. So let's say -5 is right here. That means all the answers right here. And then x right here is less than or equal to -11 over 3, which is like 3 point, which in decimal is like 3.66, because this would be 3 and 2/3, so 3.66, but -3.66, and it's less than that, so it's right here, -11/3, and all the solutions right here. So since this is like -3.66, that means the only solutions here is -5 and -4 as our integers. So then finding the sum of it, the 2 and the 3 can cancel this -5, and then -1 and this 1 cancel each other, 0 is nothing, so your only sum left is -4. And that's your answer for number 15. Okay, question 16. When the positive integer a is divided by the positive integer b, the remainder is 5. When the positive integer b is divided by the positive integer a, the remainder is 6. Determine the sum of the three smallest positive values for a. So either a is greater than b, or a is less than b. So let's say a is greater than b. So if a is divided by b, the remainder is 5. Okay, so that's possible. So that means a is some kind of value for b times some kind of constant plus your remainder, which is 5. And then when b is divided by a, then that means then the remainder is 6. So remember, a is greater than b, which also means b is less than a. So if b is less than a and b is divided by a, the only remainder would be that number. So that means b is equal to 6. Okay. Now for this case, we say if a is less than b, that means is b is divided by a, then the remainder is 5. So that gives us that a is 5, because it's a divided by b, because a is less than b, that means a has to be 5. And now for b, if b is divided by a, the remainder is 6. So that means a times 6, a times some kind of constant, which you could just call, let's say c now, because we use k, and we have a remainder of 6. So if you kind of think about this, this one case shouldn't be possible because if b is divided by a and a is 5, how do you get a remainder of 6? You can't get 6 over 5 over something. That doesn't make sense because this should be 1 over 1 over 5. So there should not be any case like this because this doesn't make sense as a remainder. So only this case is possible. Okay, so if this is true, that means a is equal to 6k plus 5. So if we have k is equal to 1, that means a is equal to 11. And if k is equal to 2, that's 12, and that's going to be 17. And then if you have 3, that's 18, plus the 5 is 23. So these are our smallest because k, 1, 2, and 3. You're not going to put k is equal to 0 because that means a is equal to 5. And remember, a has to be greater than b. And if a is 5 and b is 6, that means this is not true. So these are going to be our 3 smallest. So adding them together, that's going to be 40 plus 11 is 51. And that's your answer for 16. And as promised, here are all answers for all 20 questions. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next math record.